Does anybody else have as big of a shopping addiction or problem as I do when it comes to books? Or is this just me? So, as the title states, I bought more books. I love going to thrift stores and buying things, and books happens to be one of my favorite things to buy while I'm at the thrift store. So, I obviously went to the thrift stores around my valley again and bought some more stuff. Now, this isn't a huge haul, but it is a haul, and I felt like if I got too big, I was gonna have a super duper long video. And so I have some stuff to show you. I have some more things coming from the book depository that had just shipped, but they probably won't be here for another week or so. So I'm just gonna do this video now, and I'm sure I'm gonna accumulate more things between now and then because that's just how I am. So most of these things came from thrift stores, but I did get a couple of books from a local bookstore and then one book from Staples. First I'm going to show you the books that I got from my local bookstore. And in my opinion, they were overpriced, but you know, whatever. First one is The Game of Thrones, George R.R. Martin. This was featured in my series I Want to Read. I have not started this yet. I'm currently reading A Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black, and there will be a book talk review when that is done. I also bought Wolfsbane. I had bought the third book to this series in my last book haul, and I have the first book, and I saw this one at my local book store, and I decided to pick it up. And then last I got the Tales of Beedle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. This is the first edition. This one was $6 as well, which is about what I could get it for on Amazon. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you some stuff that I picked up from the thrift store. These are just random collections of things. The first one is Reflected in You by Sylvia Day. 50 cents. I don't know if I want to keep this, but it's like brand new, guys, and it was only 50 cents, and I have a shopping addiction. Next is Love is Hell. It is a collection of short stories by these authors. Melissa Marr, Scott Westerfield, something. There's a sticker covering that. But yeah, I mean, it was only 50 cents, and I love Scott Westerfield and Melissa Marr, so I decided to pick it up, and I can read it. Next is City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. I have actually only read the first book in this series, but this was a very inexpensive copy, and it is a very, it's a very nice copy. It's just like new, and it was very cheap, so I bought it. Next we have Deeply Odd, an Odd Thomas novel by Dean Koontz. I have not read any Odd Thomas novels, but I have seen that movie, Odd Thomas, and I liked it a lot. So I figured that I would probably like the books as well, and I don't know if you have to read these in order, so I picked it up because I figured maybe I could read it out of order. Just kind of like those Sookie Stackhouse novels. I feel like if you read those out of order, it's not going to mess up anything. You're not going to like miss anything. And a lot of these kind of novels are like that. Like you don't have to read the series in order. So I picked it up. Next I picked up The Kite Runner. Now I have read this book, but I liked it a lot, and I figured it would be a good one to add to my bookshelf. Now we have Aragon by Christopher Paolini. And I love this book. I actually own a copy, but my puppy ripped off the front cover of my copy, so I wanted an intact copy. So I decided that I was going to pick this one up, and maybe I'll get rid of my other one that is ripped up. Next we have A Tale Dark and Grim. This is by Adam Gidwitz? I don't know. But this is like a children's book, and I thought maybe it was something I could read to my kids, and then it says that it's kind of scary, so I don't know. I'm gonna read it and then see what I think of it and see if it's something that I actually want to read to my children who are young and impressionable. The last thing I got from a thrift store is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Yes. And I know that they made this into a movie, and it's supposed to be really good, and I've heard lots of good things about it, so I am an impulsive buyer, and I picked it up as well. The very last book I got was a book I got at Staples, and it is the Twilight graphic novel. This is the second one. They did not have the first one, and it was $3.99, so I decided that I don't read graphic novels enough or ever, so I decided to kind of pick this up, and yeah. It's like a comic book, guys. Why do they call it graphic novels comic books? I guess because it's like way bigger than a comic book, but I read comic books when I was really young, so I might like it. We'll see. If not, it wasn't a huge loss. So yeah, guys, that was my book haul part 2. I don't know, like, I like to buy stuff, and I like to buy books, and then I like to kind of show off what I buy, because I think people like to see that. I like to watch people's hauls just to kind of see what they're getting, and then, yeah, so I figured you guys might like to see it. If you guys don't like book hauls, I guess tell me. Anyways, I'm so off topic. That is the end of my video. I'm going to edit so much stuff out. It was nice seeing you all once again, and I am hoping to see you all once again in my next video. Ta-ta! Does anybody else hate stickers on their books? I hate the stickers, and then you rip them off and then there's like always residue. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna keep going because... And there's a smudge on my camera, hold on. So much fun to be looking at the lens and just like staring at a smudge, and you just gotta wipe it off. Yeah, OCD.